I'm joined here by Grandmaster Peter Leko. Peter, great World Rapid and Blitz awaits us, a big event. You will be the official commentator. What do you have to say about the event? Who are your favorites?
Well, I mean, first of all, I think it's a fantastic event, and it's also a pleasure to comment it. Last year I already had this experience, and yes, for me, I have double emotions because I enjoy very much commenting it, but I have also participated in it a couple of times, and I know that also how much fun it is to play it.
Yes.
But of course, it's very tough. I mean, fun, but basically it's so exhausting that you don't really feel the fun. Once you are looking it from outside, then you see all the dramas, and this is actually what we are trying to focus on in our live coverage also, to catch as many dramas as possible, because I know from myself that in every round there are like lot of games which usually you think that life cannot continue after such game, but it continues. Regarding the chances, okay, if Magnus Carlsen is playing, then basically everywhere where he plays, he is like the clear favorite. However, the field is so big and so strong that winning it even for Magnus, it's a very big challenge. So I don't like to give percentages and everything. Okay, if I have to name one person, then of course I think that Magnus is the favorite, but there are so many fantastic players. I'm also very much looking forward to Vladimir's return.
Yes, in Blitz.
Yeah, Vladimir, I think it was the right choice. Because the point is that the Rapid is 3 days. It's extremely exhausting. And 5 games a day. I remember that this 5th game really hurted me, for example, personally. I don't know how the other players are. I always felt like after 4 days, it would be so nice to call it a day, but the 5th game was coming, and many times this 5th game is decisive, because, for example, if you finish the 5th game in a high note, then you get energy and you get confidence for the next day. But if, for example, let's imagine you had a good day after 4 games, and then suddenly you lose the last one, you forget everything what happened before that you were good and so on, and you start to question yourself.
Right.
And in such event, if you start to question yourself, it's very bad news. This is what happened also to Magnus last year. He lost the first game in a very unpleasant manner because he was winning against Tukhaev, and he lost on time. He lost on time, and it affected him. He lost the second game, and actually he never really got this inner balance during the whole tournament that he needed. Yeah, and then finally we saw him in a completely different state of mind in the Blitz, and okay, he kept on winning, but then the completely surprise man Duda, Jan Krzysztof Duda from Poland, was behind him, and I remember that he was driving Magnus insane, because okay, Magnus seems to be, I should be already the champion. No, you are not, because there is someone right behind. I'm expecting such dramas this year as well.
We actually saw Magnus giving an interview right now, and he said that the luck or the chance factor in Rapid is more than in Blitz, because there are 15 rounds in Rapid while there are 21 rounds in Blitz.
I would say that chance plays a bigger role in Rapid than it does in Blitz. It sounds counterintuitive because Blitz is a faster time control, which you generally associate with chance. But then there are 21 games of Blitz and only 15 games of Rapid. And I think also time has shown, the experience so far has shown that for sort of lesser known, lesser experienced players, it's more difficult to do well in Blitz than in Rapid. So I would say chance plays a much higher role in Rapid than in Blitz.
Yeah, but on the other hand, yeah, he's absolutely right that you have more time to correct the mistakes, and also somehow I feel like, especially for Magnus, it's easier to start winning games in the Blitz. Yeah, because after all, when you are the favorite, then all the opponents are kind of try to take it safe against you. Yeah, and in a Rapid game, it's still possible to play safe against Magnus if you have white, for example. And when you are playing in the Blitz, then okay, if Magnus feels like he really wants to risk, then it's much easier to risk in Blitz.
Sure. And you know Kramnik personally, you played World Championship match with him. Do you think he'll come prepared, or do you think he's just coming for fun, as he says?
Yeah, well, the Vladimir that I knew, I mean, and I know, I cannot really imagine that he's coming unprepared. But who knows? I mean, people change. I personally am really looking forward to Vladimir because I think he played this in Moscow Armageddon TV Blitz challenge, and basically the quality of his games was just amazing. And this is what I'm expecting from him. Whenever he plays, then he wants to leave the mark that yes, this is Kramnik, and still this is Kramnik. So maybe he takes it as a fun, but I'm pretty sure that he will play a very important role in the tournament. And even if suddenly the result would not be like he is fighting for the top places, in this field there are no guarantees. So even if you are like 10th, it's a very good result. But I'm pretty sure that he will play some fantastic games.
We'll look forward to it. And apart from these top guys, there are a lot of young talents as well. Any specific ones you're looking forward to?
Well, I mean, every time there is some surprise. But I mean, I even can't say that, for example, last year Artemiev was also doing extremely well. But it's no surprise for me, personally. Yes. I mean, I know exactly what he's capable of. But I mean, okay, there are all the elite guys. I mean, okay, Hikaru is also definitely very, very motivated to show something. And I mean, okay, his year was not the greatest, so I'm expecting him to be very motivated to show that, okay, I'm the highest rated player in the field, so let's try to prove something. At the same time, there are so many people. For example, also Maxim's situation is very special, yeah, because he has just finished the candidates. I mean, he wanted to get into the candidates. The Grand Prix didn't finish like he expected, so I kind of feel that we will see some very motivated Maxim to show here in Moscow that yes, you see, he is my chance and I want to take it. So lot of excitement. We have all the Russian players.
Yes.
I mean, who are traditionally extremely strong in the Blitz section. So Svidler, Dniepo, Karyakin. I mean, okay, these are all such players who are also capable of winning the event. Basically, I remember Dubov was saying last year that he thinks that there are like 20-30 players who can win the championship.
The favorites. Okay.
Yeah, exactly, and he won it. Basically, also proving it that even a so-called outsider for the other people can really win it, and he won the rapid one. Yeah, so it's all to play for.
Yes.
It will be fascinating 5 days.
And what about the women's section? Any particular favorites for you over there? The Muzichuk sisters, of course.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have to confess that I'm not an expert in the women's field. I know, of course, that last year, for example, Yu Wenjun was playing just brilliantly. I mean, she was also dominating the event. However, now she's playing the match with Goryachkina soon.
Yes.
In early January, or beginning of January. So she's not playing, and I think by missing Yu Wenjun, the event is missing Yu Wenjun, it suddenly gives all the other players a chance to win the title. Of course, even if Yu Wenjun is there, it's possible to win the title. But what I have seen last year, it was really impressive from her. So I think it's a completely open field. Anything can happen.
Well, we'll be looking forward to your commentary. And finally, we want to ask you, when you play, you're playing really well recently. You're also having good results on the board. You're also giving commentary as you're doing now. You're also training. We know Vincent Kemar. How are you managing everything?
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. It's not so easy to manage everything, and I also cannot say that whenever I play I'm fully satisfied with what I'm performing, because I also feel that many times when I play because exactly at that moment I have a chance to play, but it's not that I'm ready to play. And many times when I'm playing some tournaments, I'm coming from some training session, for example, with Vincent, because right now I feel that his development is more important, and we try to train as much as possible, and in this case my own ambitions are ultimately going down, and that's why I'm kind of trying to mix it also with the commentary, because I like to comment a lot. But it's kind of always difficult hesitation that because I have to decide, do I really do the commentary I want to play? And final decision is basically always that I feel that at the end of the year I'm pretty exhausted. And okay, now in exhausted state of mind to play this very tough field, I mean, I know very well that if you are suddenly not in top shape, you can even not be in the top 50 or even top 100. It's possible. I remember Ivanchuk winning Doha World Championship with brilliant performance, and then next year in Riyadh he was suffering big time, and
yes.
one of the discipline was not even in the top 100 because it can happen. And then when you are offered the chance to do the commentary, and then suddenly you start to think already, and then you are not in the mind at all in the right mindset to play the tournament. And that's why then finally I thought that, yeah, okay, I will do the commentary, I really like it, and I also hope that since I have all this experience myself as a player, and I can very well understand all these things, what is happening in the board even with very few seconds on the clock, so I can be kind of a bridge between the players and the public, and make a huge difference in the commentary by providing all my experience that I know.
Well, I think the spectators are in for a treat. Thank you so much for your time, and we are looking forward to the action from tomorrow.
Thank you very much.